Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are here with another Transfer Tuesday where we are moving the money that we were able to save in this Friday's savings challenges to our goals. And we were working with $73 in Friday's video. So the first thing I'm going to do is just move $73 from our weekly rollover amount back up to ready to assign. And if you are new here and kind of confused about that, basically at the end of every month when I do a monthly closeout, I have an amount that's left over in my saving sweep category, and that's what I use in the upcoming month's challenges. So I put that whole amount in here, and then we just take out weekly out of that and do the challenges with it. So we were working with $73 on Friday. And for retirement got $16. So it was not a good week for retirement, but that's okay. So we'll put $16 there. My son's college got $15, so he did worse than retirement. And my daughter cleaned up, and she took $42. So currently we are working on that $16,000 for Roth IRAs for both my husband and myself for 2026, and we are currently at $2,654.94 towards that goal. For my son's college, we are working on saving $15,702.41 by the time he graduates in June of 2029. Guys, it is so hard to believe that he will be a freshman next year. My baby. I have 5 kids, and I felt like I was in the baby and little kid mode for so long, and to think that my baby is going to be a freshman next year is crazy. But anyways, we are working on saving that amount, that $15,702.41 for his college fund, and we are currently sitting at $3,315.09. So slow progress, but my daughter's college, we decided to add $5,000 more to her college fund. At one point, we felt like we were good and she was fully funded, but then as my other two went off to college, I realized there's a lot of stuff that we need to buy for, between the graduation party, a computer, because our school gives them Chromebooks, so that's what they've been using all this time, so they don't technically have their own computers. So a computer and all of the dorm stuff. So anyway, yeah, we decided to put away another $5,000 towards that stuff. We're also looking at the possibility of, in general, just increasing their overall accounts, because we're realizing that as our oldest two drop off our tax refund or our tax return, that might impact the amount of aid that our younger two will get. So, or at least the aid that we projected them to get. But you can only do so much with those like calculators out there. But anyway, so of that 5,000, she's sitting at $2,553.82. Also, I know I mentioned before, but my older daughter is got one more year of grad school, and we're thinking that she may end up with extra money in her college fund that we can then change the beneficiary and enroll to one of our other two kids. But I'm not going to make those decisions until she's done. And so this is just the goals we're working on. I would love to get into other goals, eventually. But one of the things I realize is, and this goes for any goals, not just financial goals, when you're trying to do too many goals and spread like either the money out, right, in this case, or a time, it could be time if it's other types of goals, you're going to have way slower progress on your goals. And that's not necessarily bad, but I think a lot of people, and myself included in this, you get demotivated. You feel like it's not working because you're not like seeing enough progress fast enough. So I always like to try to limit my goals to like 3 to 4. And that's true for other goals too, like, health goals or other stuff like that, because otherwise, if you're trying to do so many goals all at once and your bandwidth is spread too thin, whether it's time or money, the progress is way slower. And you just have to know and be aware that that's going to happen. And if you want a lot of goals, because I feel like, at least for me, when I don't see enough progress, I get demotivated and I start to think this isn't working. I have to do something different. And then I start to think the grass is greener over here or over there and jump around. But it's just something that I've learned, at least about myself. So I try to stick to around 3 goals. Um, but we do have a list of financial goals waiting in the wings that I'd love to bring in here. But college is a hefty nut. But anyway, that's where we stand on these goals. So that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share my channel with others, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.